Good morning. Welcome back to KTV, everybody. Hey, if this is your first time here, welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't forget, like, subscribe, dislike, leave in the comments if you like it or you don't. Tell me why. All right, before I get into this knife review, I just wanted to say I'm a little late doing this, but um, it's been 4 years now since we lost one of the world's greatest guitar players that we've ever heard, ever seen, you know, and that would be Eddie Van Halen. 4 years ago, October 6th, I believe, he passed away. Gone too soon. Missed dearly. And those that knew him well, that loved him, always in my hearts, everybody, especially David Lee. All right, so you might be looking for a new hunting knife, camping knife, general purpose knife. What do most people do? They go to Amazon. They look for the best deals they can buy. Now, I haven't been buying any new knives, right? Um, I got to get through some personal biz, and then I can get back into it again. But I did see this knife on Amazon that people are talking about, and I think it's listed like $45 ballpark. And I read some reviews, and I go, "Ugh, come on." They call it the Buck 124 clone. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, by a company called Warivo. Sure does look like the Buck 124, doesn't it? What really sparked my attention was all the reviews. One guy said, "This is even better than the 124. Comes in a standard, leather sheath." I tried to reach out to the company, and hopefully by the time this video is going to post, I hear back from them because I had a couple questions about where exactly this is made, and because that's not, there's no mention of that. There's no even mention of, say, a heat treat. They call it D2 steel, right? But we see D2 steel these days. Is it really D2 steel, right? Now, I did see people complaining about the imperfections. This is supposed to be a handmade knife. You're going to find imperfections. So make that clear. All right. Now, when I received this, took it out of this, well packaged box, no label or nothing like that. And it was covered in oil. So I cleaned it up a bit. I take a close look at it, and there's only some slight imperfections. I don't care. Not a deal breaker, right? Again, keep in mind it's a handmade knife. Remind me before this video ends to show you a closer look at this spine, which is just about a quarter inch, right? I don't know what that is on this, the clip point here. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't know if it's a weld mark, a burn mark. I have no idea. I'll show you at the end of the video. Please remind me. Anyway, so I cleaned it up. I'm like, so this is what everybody's been raving about, huh? Sure does. You know, if I call this a Buck 124 video, you might just tune into it to see the Buck 124. Well, I broke out the Buck 124. Again, I purchased this because of reviews, and there was a couple things that jumped out at me. The good news was I had returned some items like a week ago, and I had a $40 credit on my Amazon account. So I asked my wife, can I borrow $5? And first it was a him and haw fight. She finally gave in. So I paid $5. Here is Buck 124. I don't want to confuse anybody here. versus the Warivo. Get your hand out of the way. See how much more, knife is on the Warivo. So one guy said, it's even better than the Buck 124. And you're going to save yourself like 150, 200 bucks. Listen, bud, I had this puppy right here, right, for almost 40 years. And tell me this doesn't still look brand freaking new. Still, razor sharp. All right? I mean, only time will tell about the longevity of this. And is it really D2 steel? These are questions that I asked the company, and hopefully they get back to me. If I don't have time to fill in the video, just keep watching my comments. Right? It'll be in the top comment exactly what they told me. Let's just put this little Buck 124 off to the side. Right? Love this knife. See, you strike a nerve when you're talking about one of my favorite all-time knives on the planet. So how good is this? Well, when I first did a paper test, it was almost like that. So I had to break out, the rod, the diamond sharpener, and probably spent about 10 minutes on it. And now I got it to this point. I think I gotta spend a little bit more time on it. But make no mistake, this thing is still pretty sharp. Okay? Again, $45. It's not really, a deal breaker that you gotta screw with the edge here. Alright, how about we do a 50 whack test, huh? What do you think? We're going to do that, but let's get into the specs. Brand name, Warivo, but there's no markings on this blade. I'm curious about this company, too. Are they just a wholesaler that they just buy patches and lines and sell them? I don't know. Handmade. Remind me, I got to show you that blemish here on the spine. 13 inches overall, 8-inch blade, Micarta handle, full tang that you can see running, through the length of the blade. Buck 124 clone, and that's it. Basic, simple design. Let's do some whackings. Yeah, one guy said the D2 steel is 1,000 times better than the Buck 420. 420 HC. Striking a nerve, brother. All right, so, you know what? Sorry, we'll get to the wax in just a minute. The Buck, in case you're wondering, is 11 3/4 inches overall versus the 13 inches. The Buck has a 6 1/4 inch blade. This has an 8-inch blade. The spine thickness, Warivo got it beat. This is about 1/4 inch thick. This is about 4.5 millimeter, not quite 5. So, yeah, this is definitely a beast. Buck 124, made in the USA. I do believe they're still being made. I still highly recommend the Buck 124 to everybody and everybody. It's a reliable knife that you can pass down to your kids, generation to generation to generation. All right, 50 whack test. Let's see if we can count up to 50. Here we go. And then we'll check the, the edge again. Not doing anything in particular. Just, I mean, I want to see how far I can go, but basically 50 is our number. Let's give it like 10 more. I lost count. Sorry, guys. All right. Who are my favorite two people? Nora Ding and her sister, Nora Dang. I must have a pretty decent heat treat on it, but I can already tell that even the licks I already put on the rod, I'm gonna have to do it again. We're gonna test that again. Okay, let me do a water test. Get close up. I'm going to show you this imperfection. Okay. Just the water bottle. Go. Not quite all the way through. To be my swing. Do it again. Not quite all the way through, but hey, I wouldn't want to be on the opposite end of this. Let me show you this imperfection. I know I'm going to forget. No dings, no dangs, guys. Okay, here we go. Right up here by the clipboard. See that discoloration? It's going to be right up in here on the spine. And the camera's going to pick that up. So I don't know if that's a red mark or burn mark. No idea. Here's a close up. All right, so sure, you got 45 bucks to spend. You want a decent knife? Look no further. The Warivo D2 steel hunting knife. I recommend. Do I highly recommend? I don't know about that. And hey, thanks for watching. Kindly leave your feedback, and I hope this helps at least. All right, have a good day, everybody. And remember, if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.